Forget about the Apple Watch. KOSPET sent me their Tank M4, and this is a true ultra watch. I have it on already. It features an almost 2-inch sized display, AMOLED, 1000 nits, IP69K, water dust resistance, 1080M, a military grade standard, everything in here that you need. And even athletes like Cole Hocker, who won the 5,000 meter run here in Tokyo just recently, is wearing on the KOSPET smartwatches. Welcome to my review of the KOSPET M4, and let's get started. This is the stuff that KOSPET sent to me. As you see here, besides the box here, no, it doesn't look this large, just lift it up because otherwise on camera it would be a bit hard. Besides the KOSPET Tank M4, you can get some accessories. They don't come included, but you can get them, and they are very, very cool. Besides the charging plug that you will see here, so you see usually the watch is here, but I have it on already because I tested it. You can see here that we have a charging plug. We have a screen protector as well, so besides the Gorilla Glass 3, you can get another glassy kind of screen protector on top, and there's a charging cable as well. You can also get some additional accessories, and one of them doubles the battery life of your watch, and that's this here. Very interesting. First time I saw it, I was like, why do they Well, there are two power pockets or power plugs for this watch. This one actually has a battery inside, and this allows, together with the watch, for 50 days of runtime, because this is a little charging plug that I would even like say, why taking this here? You can just always take this one here with you. This one here, you can see, is barely thicker than the other one, has a nice orange tone, and it charges via USB Type-C, but you can just use this, plug your watch on top, and it will start charging, which is quite nice and allows you to double the battery life. That is, like I said, 25 days already, more than 2 weeks. And with this one here, you can charge it up to 50 days, which is super, super cool. Besides that, you can also get some other accessories, like I have two straps here, 22mm normal straps that you can put on, but KOSPET also has some premium leather straps here, and these are basically the same. There's only the difference in terms of color, so I have a brown one and the black one here. On camera, the brown one looks a bit better than the black one. This is why I unpacked this brown leather version, and as you see here, let's get it out of this here. It is really, really premium. It just feels very premium. It feels lightweight. It feels premium. The stitching here on the leather band is quite nice. And it's not like sticky or a bit of gluey like you usually have with some other leather bands. This is like very, very soft. And I could imagine wearing this for non-sporty activities. Because leather usually shouldn't be an issue with sports, but I like to have like this strap here, the default strap on, that has also a little bit more holes than this one here. So you see here is a classic clamp made out of metal, have a pin through, and you have two sliders here that you can hold. This one, however, doesn't have a knob there that can go into one of the holes, which this one has, which holds it very securely. This one not, but the second one here has this nice knob, as you see here, and can fit in one of the holes, so it's not sliding around here, which usually happens when I'm working out. This is made of plastic. This is a default strap, but it's also very, very good, comfortable already. It has lots and lots of holes there, so it can fit your wrist nicely. This one is also very cool, very nice. If it fits you, you can also wear this. So talking about the accessories, let's take a look at the watch itself. And I zoomed in a little bit. You can see this gorgeous large AMOLED screen that we have here. We have nice details, as you see here, 1080M, some buttons as well. Very nice tactile clicky buttons. We have a microphone hole. We have a speaker hole as well. And this is the down button. There's an up button as well. And we have like here a selector button and there a button as well. I think there is a speaker hidden. and there's another like logo. It's very, very solidly built. It's like those screws are like yes, a bit of decoration as well, but it's very solidly built, and you can drop it, you can run with it, you can hit it with a hammer, even it won't break so easily. Like I said, Gorilla Glass free protection on top. It is just simply very, very solidly built, and it's not too heavy, even though it is a little bit on the thicker side for sure, but it gives the real vibe of a solid watch. Like you might know the G-Shocks from the old days before smartphones. This gives this vibe of this G-Shock. Has this nice, gorgeous display. You can see I have one of the watch faces installed here already, and lots of features that we can go through. First of all, we have a nice menu that can see everything. There's even like sleep data that you can directly see on the watch, not only the total sleep time, but also here, and even it gives you the REM sleep, the core and the deep sleep, the awake times and so on, and everything nicely on the watch. You don't have to rely so much on the app. What's cool is, because you can use it for diving, 1080m as I said, you can also scroll through this menu if you have wet fingers or such a thing with the button here. Just scroll down, and then you have to then tap for sure. There's even a walkie-talkie function. How cool is that? So lots and lots of functions there as well. Temperature, of course. Messages and notifications will come in. There's a nice option here for navigation. No maps yet. Please go to the app for a map import guide, and then you have the possibility to import maps, and I'll show you this in just a second. So here is the app. The cool thing that the app allows you is to use it anonymously. So you can log in, but you don't have to log in. Very, very cool. We have the KOSPET Tank M4 here. I can click on it. I see stuff like the battery level, GPS, satellite data, that I know that it's connected. It knows my location, which is quite cool. I have various different options that I can set up, like display settings, the brightness, automatic, screen timeout. I can set up already here in the settings. I don't have to do it on the watch necessarily, which is quite nice. Notifications. There's so many settings, I cannot go through all of them, but app notifications, you can turn it on per app basis, which is very, very cool. And lots of other things like medication reminders are in here as well that you can set up. Extreme weather reminders, SMS reminders, call reminders, everything can be set up here. Events, and there's offline maps. And the offline maps requires you to use the desktop. You copy the link, you go to the page, you start downloading it and then transferring it over to your watch, and then you are able to use offline navigation directly on the watch. So it only needs GPS, which it has built in, and then you can start navigating. How cool is that? And here I can show you how it is working. So first of all, you can see when I turn and copy the link over and go onto the website, it says use Apex Move app. This is a new app. They had a KOSPET app, KOSPET Fit app, but this is the Apex Move app that you find here. Apex Move, it's on the Play Store. What I have to do is I have to log in. I have to agree here. I have this already done. So what I have to do is like scan the code. Let me do this quickly. So let me show it to you. You have the KOSPET, the Apex Move app. You click on here. You click on scanning connection and accessing the camera, and then you can scan the QR code. Take a while. I confirm. And then I'm connected here, and I have now the possibility to download map data from various different continents, which is quite cool. So we are in Europe here right now. I can view sub-regions. Then I choose, because we are in Germany, I choose Germany. I have sub-regions there as well. And there I can download various different maps then directly. And just to show you that it's not very complicated, after you downloaded the two, in this case I have two files, I have installation instructions there as well. There's a video even that you can use, how to put this, how to connect the watch with your computer, how and where to put the files under. And yeah, there's an installation instruction for macOS and for Windows. I'm on a Linux machine, but it should work there as well without any issues. So I will do this. So one thing before I show you the watch is like, because in my case, when I connect it to the computer, it just charges. Doesn't do anything else. What you have to do is you go into your settings, system settings, and there you can set your language. By the way, I can show you all the languages as well if you want to, but lots of like languages like German, English, French, and so on are available. You go to USB mode and then you choose MTP protocol, Media Transfer Protocol. You click on yes here, and then it goes into MTP mode. It's at the same time charging there, which is nice. And then on the computer, it will just arrive as just like an Android phone or as an MTP device, and you can add your files onto it. So navigation works like this. As you can see here on this little screen, we have my current location there, I have map data, and I have the plus and minus buttons to zoom in and out, and I have some other settings like to locate me, and I have some possibilities as well to change my route. So I can just press on the top button there, and I get to the menu where I can choose my routes, and there I have the possibility to let myself guide through the routes or different locations there, and I can set them up on the app itself. So it's pretty convenient, but it's not a Google Maps replacement in this case, because you cannot search for locations and you cannot like navigate you to the location if you're like close by. It's not a replacement for a smartphone, but it is quite comfortable if you are traveling, if you're hiking, so you don't lose your way. But what you can do in order to plan a route or in order to get your location is open the Apex Move app, which I have now installed here. You can find it on the Play Store. It is this icon here. It's also shown first time you boot up the watch. It's showing a QR code which allows you to download this app not only for Android phones but also for iOS. And with the Apex Move app we have an Explore tab here which has a normal map, and there I have the possibility to have different locations. Let's like go out here and have a location, for example, in Cologne. So let's go and set up the location for the cathedral in Cologne here, and I can save it as my favorite here, and I can give it a different symbol or icon there. So I take the one for the building here, I can give it a name and so on. I can edit the data here. I can click on yes, and it will be then saved. And what does it mean? That means that this location is now saved, and I can also access it as route here in the application. So I go to navigation. I'm indoors now, so it won't find me, but I can go to my locations, and I have here the location details, and I can see how far away it is, and I even have the possibility to plan routes, and I have one route here that I can use. I can preview this route as well. This one I think is a simple route that allows me to see or navigate to my local supermarket. But yeah, this is the possibility that you have here to plan your routes. It's a bit cumbersome, I have to say, with the process that you have to use your smartphone to get the data over to your watch. By that time, you probably have done this already on the smartphone and use your smartphone already for navigation. But if you want to have certain routes saved here as a backup, for example, especially when you're out in the wilderness, and the smartphone might die every second or so, then this might be very, very helpful for you. So yeah, it has its point there, but it needs to be a little bit easier, I think, to set up. Watch face store I can visit. We have lots of watch faces available. There's some cool watch faces available. Let me guide you through some of them. This one is a very nice one. I can just apply the vivid focus one, for example, but also some classical one just like this. And very nice watch faces. They all look very nice. I like KOSPET for this because their watch faces are very, very good quality. All of them, even like the sports one, as you see here, fit nicely. I have this Tech Gaze one here that I like the most currently. But there are others like Azure Tech that I could probably also take. Very nice. And you can customize it here. You can add your home one with the wallpaper, with different backgrounds if you want to. You can change the controls to different controls. So there is lots of flexibility that you don't usually find on other watches or on other smartwatches and their configuration shops for the watch faces. So this is quite cool that we have those options, and under my, then they are all downloaded ones and your own watch faces as well as the AOD watch faces that can also configure here. So very nice. Sports recognition is possible, so you can automatically recognize between the hundreds of sports modes that it supports. Find my devices there. More features are there, like an alarm clock, SMS, quick clock, morning brief, which is quite nice. Music, yes, because I said already I downloaded map data on it, roughly 150 megabytes in size there. We have 32 gigabytes internal space here, about 30 gigabytes that you can use out of the box, so it allows you to also put music for your sports activities and so on onto it. And you can see, like, I have 28 gigabytes left because of some map data that I put there, but also some music files. We have contacts that we can sync up here, so I can do this for my contact list. I can say import from phone or manually add contacts, which is quite cool. And we also have the possibility to do this with emergency contacts, and we have a shortcut card as well that we can adjust. Shortcut card is when you swipe. Let me go back because someone wrote a message to me. When you're on your home screen, you just swipe up. It will go to the shortcuts card, and there you have different shortcuts card. It can show you your activity report, weather reports for the next couple of days, your heart rate, your sleep things, and so on. And this is something that you can configure in the app here. You can check up what you want to have there. So you can edit it. You can add more things in here, moon phases, musics, and so on. Let's talk a little bit about battery life. As I showed you already, there is this nice Power Pocket 4M4, and this one here is a very nice, it has an internal battery and can charge my device very quickly actually, which is quite cool. So it will start charging there. You can see this charging animation. It's charging quite quickly up to 100%, which is also very important if you want to quickly charge it up, hike again, and so on, because this is like a plug that you can take just with you, and it's doubling basically the battery life of your watch. What does it mean, doubling the battery life? I get more than 20 days, so 23 or 24 days is what I get usually with this watch, which is very impressive. So it's more than 2 weeks. It's very impressive. It's on the same level as some fitness trackers, but offering way more, like GPS. Of course, if I use GPS all the time, then the battery will run out a little bit quicker. If I have everything activated, so you saw, like, for example, blood oxygen metering and so on, the constant metering, I don't need it. So I don't have it active because it's usually showing 99%. So I'm not having this on all the time because I don't need it. But if you need it and have it on, then the battery life might reduce a little bit there. Otherwise, this is very, very cool. Only thing I could wish for is, I know they're also doing data transfers over it, but maybe allow for wireless charging with this watch as well. For this price point, I think it should be possible to put it on a wireless charger. Not only this, I know they're using the pin also for data transfer. Leave the pins for data transfer, maybe even for quick charging, but allow us also to have wireless charging would be very, very cool for this one. Otherwise, I'm very happy with this plug here that you can just charge it up there, get double the battery life. You don't have to take your cable or something like this. Just use this plug here, this, and you have plenty enough for, like, I don't know who has holidays so long that he needs to charge so much, like 50 days almost, like of, it's like more than a month. You have like enough fun there with this watch and don't have to charge it, which is like pretty amazing for what the watch can do. Another thing that the watch does is adding itself as a Bluetooth device here on my smartphone, which allows me, if we go into the settings, to see that it allows us to take calls and use it as an input device and for contact syncing. So I have the possibility to just answer my calls with my watch. Moreover, what I can also do is, if I have my contacts synced up, is I have the possibility to call someone. So calls, I have the contacts here, call logs, and a keypad where I can just start typing and calling people, which is also quite nice from within the watch. It's using still the SIM card of my actual phone, but it has the ability to take calls, and the microphone quality out of it is pretty damn good.
This little test, and I'm speaking into the KOSPET Tank M4 just to see how well the sound quality is. It should be as good as any other phone call mic, and you should not notice much of a difference between this the normal microphone that you have on the phone. Also with noises around me, like do you hear the street noises around me? There's some people passing by now on the street. Maybe I'm quiet, and might hear something. So probably also has some noise and voice filter, and it's like concentrating the voice here. So what do you think about the quality here?
There's so many interesting features about the KOSPET. One is definitely the workouts, because it's loaded with different workouts. We have outdoor running, indoor running, track running, running, mountain running, road cycling, indoor snowboarding, skiing, diving, swimming, stairs, treadmill, elliptical, rover, and even more workouts are available here. Ball games, dances, leisure sports, water sports, and so on. So lots and lots of stuff. You can see notifications are coming in nicely. Extreme sports are also there if you want to parkour, orientation, parachuting. Other sports like lifting, escalator, gardening, housework, in vehicle, still or tilting, and playing is also available here. So lots and lots of different exercising modes. Another cool feature is, even if you don't have the blood oxygen, for example, monitoring for 24 hours on, you can just run it like 97%. It's not sure if it's so accurate, but the same goes for stress and for other levels that you want to measure that you don't have currently on usually. We have the alarm function, that is cool, the music function, which is cool, but a calculator is available as well. You remember those old big watches that had calculators as keys there? Yeah, you have a calculator built in here, which is very, very nice. We have the barometric altimeter, which shows you in a nice graphic here how much air pressure you have right now. We have also a temperature sensor. I'm not sure how accurate this one is, because it's like measuring outside on my skin. 28 would be a bit low, I would say, but it's measuring probably it's like it can give you an indicator at least. There's a flashlight option, so I can turn on the white bright screen, which is at night very handy. There's a voice assistant available, so I have the possibility to use my smartphone's voice assistant to ask it questions like, let's try it. What's the weather today? Yeah, it's answering me now in Chinese, because it's a Chinese voice assistant, and it's telling me about the weather being 17 degrees. Pretty good. Anyway, so this is possible there as well. We have some settings options there: watch face settings, time, sound and vibration settings, the map manager that shows you how many maps you have downloaded, sleep mode and themes. I can set a password even for it, but there are some other options like sun and moon, which gives you the sunrise and sunset. Very nice for photographers that want to catch the sunset or sunrise or the golden hour. A world clock is available, so you can set up different world clocks here. Didn't set it up, but you can set it up in the app. Breathing exercises, stopwatch, timers of course are available. A camera remote shutter, very, very useful if you want to do a group selfie with your smartphone put somewhere where you cannot reach with your hands. And the Find My Phone option is also there available. What I find very nice is the walkie-talkie option. So apparently you have the ability to join a team in walkie-talkies. You just have to team up with this number here, and then you can have a walkie-talkie conversation with people that have also a KOSPET watch, which is, I think, a very cool feature indeed. So lots and lots of features that you have on the watch, lots and lots of features that you have with the app. Far too many that I can show you. So there's just a few glimpses of some of the things that I noticed that are very, very cool here. I'm doing one of the breathing exercises on the KOSPET Tank M4. This is just a phenomenal watch. Besides all those exercise modes that you also have something that allows you to calm down after you did your exercises, or you just want to calm down for a few minutes because of your stressy work. The Tank M4 is really a tank packed with stuff that you usually expect for watches that are double the price. But talking about the price, how much is this KOSPET Tank M4? It's a little bit over 200 euros, but with a discount code you can get it definitely under 200 euros, 185, 186 euros And this is, I think, a fantastic price for what it offers here. Short notice on the battery life. I told you 23 days. I really reached 23 days, but I think I made a mistake mid-through, because I also transferred over data there. And when I transferred over data, it took a while, like map data and music data, and it was charging in the background. So I was a bit optimistic there with the battery life. It was wrong. Let's say it like this. The battery life is like 15 days is what KOSPET says it should last you. And if you're a heavy user, you can get around 10 days. So keep that in mind. But with the rest, I was very correct about this watch. It is one of the best watches that you can get on the market currently, for one of the best prices that you can get on the market. With this military standard, you feel you have a rugged watch, something that you can use that doesn't break immediately, has long battery life, and you can rely on. You have all the features that you want, all the exercising features for the fitness part, but all the other features like call functionality is built in, which is fantastic, working nicely. And if you ever like got a call because you're like, I don't know, sitting on your phone currently and you have to take the phone call because it's an important one and your phone is not with you, you can just use the watch and it's working. And no one will notice that you're sitting on the phone, probably, if you are not too loud. Anyway, the KOSPET Tank M4, I put a link down below to this fantastic piece of smartwatch by KOSPET. And I'm blown away by how good it is. So yeah, if you have a Garmin, if you want a Garmin, look at this here. It's much cheaper and much better. And this is the one that I would recommend for you. And the same goes for the Apple Watches. If you want something really rugged, if you want something that holds on, not only 2 or 3 days, this is the right one. The Tank M4, more in the description box. Otherwise, if you have some comments, questions regarding the Tank M4, write them down below. Until the next time, bye.